You can do the presentation, sister. Yes, I can see the screen now.
Yeah. Okay. Namaste, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome to today's evening session on the quality of the week, compassion. Today is day 64, 15th of July, where we will continue exploring this week's quality of the week, which is compassion. But before we go into our inspirational reading, a quick reminder for sharing your master classes with someone you feel can get benefited from heartfulness practice if you have not done yet. And also bring in a buddy who can go along with you in this beautiful journey of participating in Being Heartful Everyday program as well. So feel free to share these two things today before you go off to sleep. So with that, let's move on to our inspirational reading for this week that we will be reading through the week. So we are going to read through the article of The Art of Removing and Creating Habits, Part 1 by Daji. In this new series, Daji bridges the wisdom of yoga with the way we can change our behavior patterns and habits. He challenges us to evaluate our ways of thinking and feeling in order to refine our tendencies and to reset our compass toward a lifestyle that is noble and good. We sow a thought and we reap an act. We sow an act and we reap a habit. We sow a habit and reap a character. We sow a character and reap a destiny. This is a 19th century proverb. Thoughts, actions, habits, character, and destiny. This well-known and often quoted English proverb is based on a simple sequence of cause and effect. The same idea is also found in Chinese texts, in the Bible, and in the Buddha's and Patanjali's Eightfold Paths. In other words, the concept is universally appreciated across cultures. Despite its clear message, during the last few decades, character has taken a backseat in a world that has been accelerating toward corruption, fake news, and misinformation, digital addiction, extremes in wealth and poverty, and unregulated destruction of the environment. Perhaps because of all these issues, there is now a significant revival of interest in values and character. One term that has been coined for this revival is a moral revolution. Ethics have once more become fashionable, and books like James Clear's Atomic Habits are bestsellers as people look for answers and ways to change. Here, we will together explore the reasons for thought pollution, which is created as a consequence, which also becomes a cause for many other ills, yamas and niyamas. Philosophers and thought leaders from ancient times to the present day have extolled the importance of character and the creation of good habits. not with the idea of judgment and condemnation, but in order to offer guidelines and inspiration. And in this series, I would particularly like to focus on the age old yogic concepts of yama and niyama in the light of our modern day needs. Thousands of years ago, in his Yoga Sutras, the great sage Patanjali presented the importance of the practices of yama and niyama, the first two of the eight limbs of yoga. The idea behind these two practices is really very simple. Giving up untrue feelings and untrue thoughts is yama. Yama means to give up. Wanting to know reality and thinking of reality is niyama. Yama means not to accept gifts, not to steal, not to tell lies, etc. Yama is the giving up of unwanted things from the heart, whereas niyama is the filling up of the required qualities in the heart. So I'll reread this because it is such a beautiful explanation of yama and niyama and something that we really need to just absorb. So giving up untrue feelings and untrue thought is yama. Yama means to give up. Wanting to know reality and thinking of reality is niyama. Yama means not to accept gifts, not to steal, not to tell lies, etc. Yama is the giving up of unwanted things from the heart, whereas niyama is the filling up of the required qualities in the heart. In other words, certain thoughts, feelings, and habits propel us toward a life of integrity, and others pull us away from it. The idea is to remove the unwanted habits that pull us away and cultivate the evolutionary habits that propel us towards integrity. Why do I continue to struggle to get rid of a bad, and why does it feel like a torturous uphill battle in embracing what is good for me? I think one of the basic questions that we all struggle with. We really understand that there is a requirement to change. Our logical mind understands the whole possible sequence of it. We make a whole plan of it. But then we again stumble. We again, something stops. There is somewhere where we are not able to reach and accomplish it. Let's read further. The impact of a great movie or a great novel depends upon how it ends, especially how good prevails over evil. Character matters, and intuitively we all know it. Whether it is in a Jane Austen novel, a Star Wars film, or a Marvel comic, we want the good guys to triumph over the bad guys. Our understanding of good versus evil is alive and well across all spectra of society. And when it comes to our children, we want them to cultivate virtues that matter, like honesty, integrity, compassion, humility, wisdom, and simple kindness. Currently, character has even become a hot topic of discussion in the news, perhaps more than any other time in recent history. Yet, knowing all this, most of us struggle to live up to our ideals. At a very personal level, we may get angry with our loved ones and say hurtful things, or tell lies to avoid confrontation, or to wriggle out of situations. We may behave selfishly, betray others, steal from them, and kill innocent creatures in the name of progress. There is also the behavior of omission, which means that we turn a blind eye and do nothing to stop unethical things from happening in our families, communities, and societies. So we'll stop here for today and we'll pick it up from where we are closing uh, tomorrow. So, with this, let us prepare ourselves for our universal prayer. At this moment, I'll request all of us to gently close our eyes. Let's gently connect to our heart space. Let's take a deep breath in. Dive deep into our heart. Bring in a subtle suggestion that all brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. अब अगले कुछ क्षणों में हम अपना ध्यान इस बात पर केंद्रित रखेंगे कि सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है. If you feel you're ready to come out of your prayer, you can take a minute and gently open your eyes. Thank you for joining for today's session. Just a gentle reminder for bedtime prayer and reflection for the day. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Have a good night.